Hey Jeff, I'm just getting set up. I'm gonna run in the house, get me a fresh cup of coffee, and be right back. This is 30 seconds half gain. Okay, I'll be right back. Going to get me a cup of coffee. See you shortly. That's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm back, people. Hi, Dewey. Not gonna race the coffee run. I'm back. Ah, coffee. That looks pretty darn good, folks. Okay, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to look at tonight, and I also, as I posted, if anybody has something they'd like to try to see, I can see if I can find it. Yes, I'm back, Jeff. You're back too? Good. I just got back from getting a cup of coffee. Uh, right now I'm in the list, the RASC's finest NGC objects. Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all. This is a 30 seconds, half gain. How you doing, Don? I'll go to full field to show that I still have that little bit of vignetting in the corner. So let's see. I don't know if NGC 253 is available, if it's behind the neighbor's tree, or what. Sculpt the Galaxy. I'm going to try for it. So let me stop the average stacking and let's go to Sculptor. Slew to and center.
Telescope slewing to target.
It may be behind my neighbor's tree, but we'll see.
Telescope slew complete.
Oh, that might be behind the neighbor's tree. Let's see what happens. Let me turn the red light, the rope lights off. Okay. I'll know pretty quick if I'm behind the neighbor's tree. Dewey, no, I'd have to be down at Chiefland, Florida, where they have an unlimited southern horizon. The stuff down in Fornax and Eridanus are gorgeous from down there. But from here, they're almost impossible because of the tree line. You need almost a perfectly flat southern horizon to see them from here. I think 253 is in here, but I think, let me try going with a shorter exposure. Maybe 30 seconds is killing me. Let me go to 15 and see what happens. And let me do another white balance. And then maybe I'll be able to determine if I'm in the tree or not. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let me move. I want to move it over. So I'm going to move this star. Let me give myself some references. Okay. There, there, there. I want to move that star to about here. Okay, so let's stop the looping. Loop at 5 seconds. See if I went the right way. Did a meridian flip? Nope, went the wrong way. Okay, now. Maybe a little bit too much. Okay, so now let's stop. Let me go to a 20-second exposure and see what it does. Loop 20. Turn off the crosshairs. Wipe out the dots. Let's see what happens. This is in the area of my worst light pollution, down in the south. Okay. Did I do another white balance down there? Okay, white balance. Let me, well, maybe I'll try 30 seconds. Let's see what it does. And I'm going to hit the average stack while I'm at it. Enable. Okay, so I've got an average stacking going on now. Yeah, NGC 1365 to me almost shows parallel bars. The main bar in the center of the galaxy, and then there's like a second bar below the main bar. It's an interesting looking galaxy. Right nearby is NGC 1300. It's another barred spiral galaxy down there. Okay, I got one image into the stack, and now it's thinking about averaging 2. Let's see what happens. This is 31 degrees up. "30 seconds is too much." Let me, I got to go back. I got to go back to the shorter exposure. I can't use 30 seconds this far south. Let me try 20 again, looping. Unstack and start another stack. Okay, so we're back to stacking. I let the recorder grab the screen while I was making coffee. I told Jeff earlier while I was setting up that I'm liking Snagit. I like the program he gave links to, but it only allows you to capture the one program. You can't drag stuff onto the screen and do a comparison. Whereas with Snagit, it grabs an area of the desktop, not a specific program. For example, let me get a DSS image over here in SkyTools,
Operation completed.
which is on my other monitor. And view, show DSS, apply, save, close. See, what I can do is I can drag the DSS image in from SkyTools. And you can see what a 48-inch Schmidt image looks like. And it'll record Yeah, free is good. Snagit costs, I think it was 50 bucks. I've been using Snagit since their very first version, and I forget which version they're on now, like 19, I think it is. It's just something I got used to using back in 20 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. Let me lower the white point to about 150 and bump the black up to about 55 or 60. But yeah, I'm average stacking 20-second exposures. Right now I have the sharpness at 0. I'm going to try bumping the sharpness up. We bump the sharpness up to about 100. So now sharpness is at 100. Yeah, the other night when I ran a sky quality, the reading was 20.12, which converts to about a limited magnitude of 5.8, which was pretty good for here. I don't know what the reading would be tonight. I can go take a quick reading. Tonight it's supposed to get down to about 36. Let's see what the reading is. It's 1987 tonight. It was 20.12 the other night. That's at the zenith. So it's probably magnitude 5, 6, 5, 7 tonight. So this is an average stack. Better than Snagit? I'd like to know. Yeah, Jeff, like I said, I've been using Snagit for 20 years, and I'm just familiar with it, and to me it works well. But if there's something better, I'd take a look at it. Okay. I have OBS on my laptop doing my all sky camera broadcast. I use Open Broadcast Studio to broadcast the window from the all sky camera. I didn't know you could also, well, yeah, I use that to capture that window. I didn't know it captured other stuff that pops into the field of view. But now that you mentioned, yes, it does, because occasionally my laptop, something will pop up and you'll see it in front of the all sky window. So it does work. And OBS is free. I'm going to try bumping the sharpness up a little higher. I'm at 100 right now. I'm going to go to 200. Okay. But it was cloudy pretty much today. Uh, my wife and I went shopping, and then we went to lunch at Olive Garden, and it was still cloudy. I came home, took about an hour and a half nap, and woke up, and it was totally clear. So I said, let me give it a shot. Yeah, now I got sharpness set at 200. It's going to take a while for the images to average in and out. I'm averaging 10, it looks like. I can roll out to the full view. There's the full frame. Oh, it looks like I have a dust bunny right below the galaxy. I've seen that one, Graham. That looked pretty good. I was looking at a few other ones. 1080p resolution, 2-hour battery life. Who else popped in that I didn't notice? Need to get somebody to buy one. Yeah, I wasn't happy with that $20 one. It was worth everything I paid for it. It very, very faint. I don't know. I think it was only like 5 lumens, and which is not enough. And then when you could see the image, it was very, very blocky, Jeff. Like you said, that 320 by 240, forget about it. I know the smaller ones, like Graham is talking about, some of the other ones are about 4 by 4 by about 3/4 of an inch thick, and they put out 1080p resolution with a 2-hour battery life. Yeah, the Galaxy's looking good now with the higher uh, sharpness. I'm going to click in one. I go from 59. You go to about 65, 67, and you eliminate that vignetted corner. You're starting to see a lot of detail in the core of the galaxy. I wonder if we can see the skull. It's right below this, or right above this. Where's 246? Twenty-second exposure. And gain is 80 out of 160. DB2, correct. DB2, high contrast gain. high conversion game, HCG. And tonight I'm also capturing images. I have 55 images captured so far. I'm grabbing images every, I think, 30 seconds and saving them to a folder. That's what I forgot to do the other night. Sure. Sure, Jeff. Let's see. Okay. Let's stop the live stack. Let's stop. See, that's a single 20-second exposure. Let me zap the gain to 160. Let me change the exposure to 10 seconds. And I'm loop at 10 seconds. And now I'm going to enable a 160 gain. 15 seconds, 60, open, enable. Okay, so I'm now at 10 seconds. I have an appropriate dark applied. So now I'm average stacking 10, 10-second exposures at max gain. Let's see what happens when it starts stacking. It's getting lower too, and I don't know if it's getting into the neighbor's trees. I'll have to go look. White balance. Let me do another white balance. Because I'm in a gap between a big boar oak and some big pine trees. And it may be getting into the pine trees. What's freezing, Dewey? No, I do get some condensation. Like when I open up the observatory in the morning, uh, then I'll see some condensation on the stainless steel counterweights on the mount. But generally, inside the observatory stays relatively dry. It's a concrete slab, but I have the interlocking rubber mats covering the concrete floor. And then since I'm using a dome with a shutter versus a whole roll off, the whole observatory is not exposed to the sky. So I can close up at nighttime and everything in here is bone dry. No humidity, no condensation on anything. If it was open to the air, that would not be the case. I'm not going to be able to go to the skull. The skull's going to definitely be behind the... It's something you could do, Dewey. I thought about putting a vent fan again on one of the walls that would automatically kick on and then draw air through the observatory, uh, just to keep the the humidity down in the summertime, I may still do that. See, right now I'm on the Western Hemisphere. Yep, I had a solar fan in my old pod for a while. It tended to work pretty well. So this is the view at 10 seconds with max gain. I might try going a little bit longer exposure stop. Let me go to 15 seconds. It is getting lower. Right now it's 30 degrees. It was about 32 degrees before. Yeah, you did have more detail with the 20 seconds. Now I'm going to 15, and let's see what happens with 15. Yeah, 15, you're getting more detail will start popping out. Hey, Rusty. Oh, yeah, Terry there. Who else? And guests. Yeah, Rusty, we're experimenting with exposure times on Sculptor. We had it at 20, went down to 10 at max gain. We're at max gain right now, but with a 15-second exposure. Yeah, Jeff, the inside of my observatory, I used 3/8 T111, and it's painted black. Yeah, you see the slats look really nice. Let me go to a different object. I'm going to go to one of those Astronomical League flat galaxies. I'm going to swing over to Aries on the east side of the meridian right now.
Telescopes flew into target.
Oh, you son of a gun. There's the zenith. Really didn't have to rotate the dome. Let's wait for the next exposure and let me do a new white balance. But the galaxy is there. White balance. White balance. go with a longer exposure. At max gain, stop. Loop. So I'm at 30 seconds. I'm going to import a 30-second max gain dark. Okay, imported. Me too, Dewey. Why is the top? I might be getting some reflection off the dome slit. This is one of the Astronomical League flat galaxies. It's a MCG 4716. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on with that glow. Oh, it's the shutter, side of the shutter. Hopefully that clears it up. This is magnitude 13.8. It's 5.2 minutes by 0.9 minutes. Let me put that information on the object itself. MCG 4716. Let me start doing some average stacking to see if it cleans up any. Well, that's right. I had pushed the sharpness up to 200. So let me reduce the sharpness a little bit. Let me go down to a 100 sharpness. Okay. Let me see, does it have any companions in the field of view? It's supposed to have a few companions. I'm going to bring over the DSS image. Chain of stars. One star there. Let's see there. Two stars. Okay. So it looks like this galaxy here is right there. And that galaxy is four, 7, 17 at magnitude 14.6. And there's nothing else that shows in the field of view as far as other galaxies. And we're down to magnitude 15 in this drawing. I could go deeper. Let's see. 16. Okay, there's another galaxy. Bottom right, I'm looking at this galaxy. That's this one right here. Okay. Oh no, there's a single star, but where's the galaxy at? Leda Galaxy, right there. And that is right there. Magnitude 16.1. And it's 500 million light years from Earth. 0.5 gig a year. Yeah, close. Yeah, it was good. I didn't catch that one. So let me erase that. And get this out of the field of view. Get it out of, come on, mouse. And obviously we had a satellite go through the field of view while we were watching. It amazes me is that Marie, I don't know how many of the 220 lists, there's 220 something galaxies in the AL flat galaxy list. I don't know how many you have to observe. But she did it visually with her scope. Oh, hi, Marie. 100, okay. Well, you got me hooked on the flat galaxy list. I did a bunch of them the other night, and let me check this one off my list. Did you do that with your 20-inch? Oh, remote imaging. Okay. Rusty, I use ASCOM controlling this mount in the observatory. There's you install the ASCOM initiative software, and then they have different mount drivers. I use the ASCOM astrophysics mount to control the mount of the observatory with my little Evolution 8 by Celestron. I use the Celestron Unified ASCOM mount driver to control it using my computer. They make a bunch of mount drivers for different kinds of mount. Ioptron, Meade. I have one for my ServoCat. So depending upon which mount you have, you can use ASCOM to control. Well, you use your hand controller, but then you plug in into the bottom of the hand controller into that little RJ11 socket. You use a cable from there to your computer, and then you can control your mount using, like, I use SkyTools, and I configured the SkyTools mount controller for ASCOM, and it works great. Let me see, what's next on the list? Right now we're over in Aries. There's a 15th magnitude in Aries, a 14.6 in Aries. Yes. This is a smaller one in Aries. This is about half the size and a 1 magnitude dimmer. Let me go to it. Right click.
Telescopes flew to target.
Meridian flip. So we're going to erase this. We're going to MCG 273. MCG 2-7-3. Okay. Let's see what the next exposure brings, if it's anything there. It's about half the size of the other one and 1 magnitude fainter. There it is. And there's the edge of the shutter. Let's see if it clears out of the way with the next refresh. I'll pull up the information on this. There it is. It's 300 million light years closer than the last galaxy. Okay, I'm getting some reflections off of. Okay, let's see if the next one clears up. Would have been nice if they had molded the dome out of black plastic so that you wouldn't get the reflection off the white edge of the shutter. Okay, so let me now start doing some averaging. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a DSS image up and running in Sky Tools.
Operation completed.
Oh, and there's a bunch of other galaxies, at least 3 other galaxies to the right of the main one. Yes, I'm saving pictures. I'm at 103 pictures saved. If you look, there's at least these 3 galaxies. Visible. And those, for the curious, Yeah, the top one is magnitude 17. That one right there. And then the next one that was magnitude 17. And then the last one is magnitude 16.3. Interesting stuff. See if I can zoom in a little bit on them. And they show another one. Oh, that is another galaxy. Two, there, there. Oh, that's another galaxy. Right there. That's, what's the magnitude on that one? That is 16.6. A Leda galaxy. So let me erase that little mark. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Marie, when you got your award, did they consider that a photographic award? And did they also award visuals for doing the flat galaxies? Okay. So right now the scope is on the western side of the meridian. Let's see. Let me go to a different list. Where is it? The finest objects. Okay, Marie. Yeah, I know when I did my art award, it was deemed a photographic because I used the Malin cams. I don't know if we can catch the Bubble Nebula in Cassiopeia. Right now, it's on the western side of the meridian. Let's try. Interactive Atlas.
Telescopes flew into target.
Okay. Okay, let's stop. Okay. So I went to the bubble. 30 seconds. Let's wait till the next refresh. And let me do a white balance while it's white balance, balance, balance. So I'm at 30 seconds. I have max gain right now. And there's the bubble. Go to 35, maybe 40. On the histogram, 40 down to about 115. Yes, I am using the Orion Skyglow imaging filter. Okay, so now, and my sharpness is at 100 right now at a 500. And Marie, your camera's on its way to you. You should get it maybe tomorrow. Now let me enable some stacking, average stacking. Okay. Yeah, it will require a signature because of the insured value. They're not supposed to drop and run. Oh, it's out for delivery? Okay. So we got 2 in the stack already. I may try a longer exposure with this. I want to see the results you get with your 20-inch. See, Matt's not on tonight. Matt was using his manual 16-inch and with his camera and getting some good results. I'm rebuilding a mount for a friend with his, he has a 12-inch, I think it's a Meade F5 Dob manual. And I finished painting the mount today, and I may use his scope first as a guinea pig to see how it works. Well, this is 30 seconds. I wonder what a 45-second exposure would give. Stop. 45 loop. So I'm going with a little bit longer exposure. The reason I have to finish my friend's mount is it's taking up space in my shop. I got to get it out. Once I get it out, I have a place to put my 17.5. I'll get it out of the living room. We're just going for the first of the 45-second exposures. I lowered the black point. Yeah, it jumped. Okay. So let me raise the white point to about 130 and raise the black to about 55, maybe 60. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, Dewey, it's going to go to a very cold 36 degrees here tonight. And for somebody this far south, that's cold. Wow, okay, you're a little bit more northwest of me, Rusty. Yep. Yeah, this is not looking bad at all. Yeah, Rusty Rock just started packing my next order of cameras, and your 10C is going to be in it. Let's see what happens. I have the gamma at 1.2. I might go to 1.25. It should shift the histogram a little bit to the left. Yeah, I will. As soon as he shifts, I'll let you know. Jeff, are you saying push the black more towards the curve? Let me go to 65, maybe 70. See what it does. I'm going to move the white up to about 140. Of course, I am averaging 10, so it's going to take a while for the images to average out of the stack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this video right now.